Hey guys, we are live again. We are at Social Media and Marketing World 22, and we're going to tell you what we learned. We just did 2 sessions this time. Today they just had 2 sessions this hour. We'll have 2 more tonight, this afternoon. But we're going to talk about what we learned. The first one, we did. Whitney and I sat side by side in a very hot room, by the way, very hot. So Social Media Marketing World is watching this. Please fix it. It's really hot.
30. Room 30.
We're in room 30. It was very hot. But we talked about referrals. That was what our research was about. How to get more referrals. What are you doing? You talked about
website A/B testing.
Yeah. So how to get more business from your website. We actually have a client right now. This is one thing that I was thinking about why I wanted to go to that, who says, I get a ton of people to my website, nobody buys. Well, there might be some things we should be testing on that, right? So do you talk about what you learned?
Sure.
And
yeah.
how that
There
might
was it was very interesting because they were talking and they would show like between 3 and 5 examples of things that they had done with previous clients, and just like changing the color of a button or the location of the information of a product just made a huge difference. But you can't really, you have to do the testing. You can't just take somebody else's testing and make it work for you, because your clients and your product and your service are not the same as somebody else's.
Right. So, well, I liked it. You said something about it being distracting to have pictures of people. Well, we have a client who has, it's a curly hair. It's absolutely everything curly. If you have curly hair, go see their website. It's awesome. But
yes,
you have to, if you're not that website's going to need pictures of people, right? Yeah. That's just a fact. Yeah. But you want to test these things. You want to see what works. So that's something to think about. We did referrals, which, if you know us at all, referrals is our jam. It's what we do, right? So what did you take away? You said something that I really liked.
Well, the main thing was being all of us in referral groups already were really into referrals, right? But he was calling the referral partners champions, right? And the champions is a way of celebration and just helps reward people for being a part of that.
So it wasn't your referral partners, it was your referral champions. And I love that. It was a really great idea, your referral champions. For me, I liked the fact that he said it was part of his process. The referrals are just part of the whole process. He says, it's know, like, and trust. We all know that, right? But it's try, buy, repeat, and referrals. So you have to have some sort of referral program in your business. And I wanted to think about this from our client's standpoint. Do they have something set up where they're asking for referrals? Are we asking for them on social media? Are we doing something with their current employees, right? So that sort of thing. What are we doing along those lines? So that's what we learned today. We're going to come. What are we doing next, Anastasia? Do you remember? Anastasia will tell us what we're doing next. But we've got 4 more sessions today. We'll be splitting up again so that we make sure we get them all.
Here's our few days. You guys can see, and if it doesn't stress you out, then maybe you're not paying close enough attention.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so next is using Google Analytics to improve your marketing results, and relationships to ROI. How to drive business growth by amplifying relationships online.
And that's so huge. We talk to you guys, if you're a client of ours, we talk to you about being more human. The analytics part, we tell you this all the time. One of the things we talked about before I started this business, I worked for, doesn't matter who I worked for, I was at a running shoe store, and the person who owned it called me and said, why did we post something at 6 o'clock in the morning? And I said, well, it was for moms, right? And she says, yes. And I said, did you see it? And she says, yes. And I'm like, are you a mom? And she said, yes. And I'm like, that's why I posted it at 6 o'clock in the morning, because that's when moms are home. So the point is, you wouldn't know that if you're not paying attention to the analytics. So I think you're going to that one. I'm going to the relationships, because that's my thing. It's what I love. I don't know what you're going to. What do you think you're going to go to?
The relationships.
Yeah.
Just because we can build them, just further, and that return on investment that people are looking for, how are you going to get it? So hopefully there's a couple really good nuggets for us to build on.
Well, and people start thinking, that's actually something that we were talking about this morning, about what your customers are getting from you. What are they getting from you? What are you offering them? And a lot of people are like, that's all about the money, right? Well, yeah, but here's the thing. Could you use social media to build relationships that then become money, right? But if you're not building the relationships, it's hard to get the money for it. So how are you using social media to build relationships? So I think it's going to be an interesting thing. We will see you next time in what, an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. We'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye.